Rated M for M-Balm. This is the M-Balm Effect. The M-Balm Effect. Your one-stop shop for unfiltered discussions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the shit show known as the M-Balm Effect. I'm not sure what this is going to sound or look like tonight to you, but hopefully it is good. But there's some changes that have been made. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to be.
Some updates.
We're going to do this together, hand in hand, singing Kumbaya, right, Austin?
Absolutely, brother.
We don't know how this is going to sound to you on the other side or if it's going to look good. I hope it does. There's a lot of things that we're trying out differently here, but... yeah, we're back, and we're back after a long couple of weeks.
Back in action, brother.
Yeah, back in the ROC, in action. Dude, I don't know, man. This is the problem with starting to do new things, is that what ends up happening is you do things differently, and then things go wrong.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I was just checking the live work. We sound crystal clear.
It sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
And I'm playing it through my phone, so we're good.
Okay, good. That's what we like to hear. I don't know. I mean, different camera angles, trying different things. We're a little bit innovative here, so we're going to do some things that
so
are...
So clear, too. You could actually see my pores.
Yeah, look at those pores. Look at those pores. The pores on this poor man. And then we got the full-on, full frontal...
Oh, look at that.
Studio.
Look at that.
All the way around view. So... yeah, I don't know. We're trying different things here, dude. I don't know. We'll see.
Should.
You know, I get bored, and I get bored of the same thing, and I want to try different things.
I mean, hey, nothing wrong with like some changes and doing some upgrades and just evolutionizing. Honestly, I mean, we're evolutionaries, my good friend.
We do our best, and sometimes we fail at it. Sometimes we don't. God, you know, last week we were there was a little memorial service for Sam Nordquist.
I did hear about that. Yes,
and
God rest their souls. Sorry, I wasn't able to make it, but I did send some prayers out there. So
yeah, unfortunately, you know, we couldn't find a sitter for Harrison. You know, everybody was busy. Unfortunately. You know,
I was way too exhausted, so...
yeah, I understand, man. I understand. Andrea went out and supported everybody, represented the show and all that, so...
thank you.
You know, Andrea's always holding it down, right?
Absolutely, she always is. Thank you, Andrea.
Uh-oh, where'd we go? Oh, there you are.
Okay. Whew.
Scary, man, scary.
Oh, like, what happened?
You, yeah, I know. You disappeared on me, and I thought you were gone.
Oh, no.
It was it. I was gone. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe just a glitch.
Yeah, it might have been. Actually, it was me messing with something. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm trying. So here's the thing, okay? I'm not going to bore you into oblivion with this, but we're doing a different system here, different switcher system. So, yeah, we're doing something different.
Some editing,
little janky ass shit. It's not just the cameras that changed. It's not just the cameras that changed.
Some technical shit, yeah.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you wonder, man, how the hell does this even happen?
Not a clue, brother. Not a clue.
I hope everyone's doing a great job out there. I hope everyone's having a good time, you know?
Hope everyone's enjoying themselves.
God, I got to get used to this system, dude. I got to get used to it. It's not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not at all. It's not at all what I'm used to. But it's okay. We're gonna do, like I said, this is going to probably be one of the most wackiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Media source. Let's see what happens when I do this.
Oh,
you know,
boy.
we're gonna find out, dude. We're gonna find out.
Oh boy.
We're gonna F around and find out when I do this.
Oh boy.
I don't even know. What do we want to do here?
It's up to you, bro.
I don't know. Let's try the bike thief. Let's see what this does.
Oh boy.
What do we do when I do this? Oh, it shows the video.
Oh yeah, it shows the view.
This is new. This is kind of cool, right?
Oh, that is cool. Yeah. It's
Wait
like
a minute.
on camera.
Hold on a second. Yeah, you're looking at that, right? Yeah.
That's incredible. What the fuck is going on there?
I don't know. This is a video that look at this. I can do more shit now. I can actually.
Oh, look at that.
This is different.
That's cool.
I don't know, man. I'm a little scared at what this is gonna look like.
Don't be scared. Just be curious.
I just bear with me. This is all new shit. So
This is why we fuck with shit, man.
Yeah, so I try not to do that live though. That's the thing. Shit. So.
Oh, dude, you know how many editing stuff that we could do with if it's we can actually see us and then see the camera angle right over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out how to do things on the fly when we have video or something that we want to show. I'm trying to do it through this new software known as well, I'll be a little bit of a talk slut, I guess. OBS.
Talk slut. Yeah, she's a talk slut.
Now, I know this sounds crazy, but I have not used OBS to this extent before.
Okay.
So here's the crazy part. I have 2 of these switchers on. The other one, the old one, is actually just going through the audio format of this, and then the video is through OBS.
Oh, shit.
I know this sounds nuts, but we've never done the show through OBS before, which maybe we should have. I don't know. I'm learning as time goes on.
Hey, I'm like I said, I'm always open up to suggestions and shit like that.
Yeah. R Storm Edits is on. Hello, R Storm. Are you R Storm or are you our Storm? Right?
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too. It's a good one. It's a good one. Understand? I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on out there, Austin. First and foremost, man, New York State's trying to pass this thing where almost like assisted suicide. How do you feel about that?
Assisted suicide? What?
Almost like you can die with dignity. And I'm not talking about suicide pod either.
Isn't it isn't it like euthanized and all that shit? Or?
Kind of.
There's a word for it, I think, and I'm using the wrong word. Fuck.
You don't know?
Oh well. Yeah, but why though?
Because people want to die with dignity. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to live.
We all want to die with dignity, but it's gonna be out in the gruesome way. Look at all the freaking cancer patients. How they die.
Yeah, I guess.
Shit, your body is decomposing for God's sakes, and it's shutting down. That's not good. That's not fun.
No, well, I wouldn't think it's fun.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm just saying, everyone wants to die with dignity. Everyone wants to die with honor, but
yeah,
what can there's no dying. No matter what way you look at it, it's gonna be gruesome, no matter what way you look at it.
I don't know, man. I think
unless you die in your sleep.
I think you'd rather just want to go out in a way if you made the choice and said, "Hey, I want to be injected with this thing and just get this over with, so I'm not dying in excruciating pain. Let's just please get it over with." Don't you think it's better? I think it's better.
It is, but also at the same time, it's you got to think about it this way. Religious. I don't want to get into that kind of
Why not? We can get into it. It's your favorite topic.
I did. No, it's not. But
we can get into it.
I just think, in the religious aspect, some people are gonna have questions, are gonna be very, very no, they shouldn't. But I don't know. It really depends on the situation. Don't do it just because you life is we're all going through some shit. It's you can't I don't know. It's a tough situation. It's a tough talk on that one.
It's not the most comfortable thing to talk about. But I look at it this way: if somebody's in excruciating pain, they're going through cancer, they've been given a set amount of time to live, say 4 months, right? And they do not want to continue the 4 months. They're in excruciating pain. The medicine's not doing enough, and the pain is continuously just getting worse and worse. And then this person says, "You know what? It's time to tap out. Can you please just put me out of my misery?" Now, legally, just about everywhere in the United States, unless these things are in place, right? You can't do that. You're not able to do that. The physician is
or even burn victims and shit like that, people that are or have gone through some really serious pain, or they just got into a fucking serious accident where it's they're literally they're gonna be crippled for the rest of their life.
Yeah, and if you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to live that way. You want to be put out of your misery. Don't you think you should have the right to do that?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's again that's a very, very. I'm trying to tiptoe this
I know
very much as I can,
but I think that's why we need to talk about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, if New York State does end up having this pass, now I know the bill's it's in circulation, I believe, if I remembered it correctly. So let me go on here real quick. Again, bear with us. New system tonight, brand new to me, anyways. It's not the newest system out there, but it's new to me, and I'm trying to learn it. I would just put assisted suicide. I don't think it's more or less that's what they're going to call it. I don't think that's what it's going to be called. Medical aid in dying, possibly. Let's go to news. There it is, right here. New York closer to legalizing medically assisted suicide. And this was on May 2nd. This is published yesterday. It says state lawmakers are a step closer to legalizing medically assisted suicide for terminally ill people. On Tuesday, the state assembly had a more than 5-hour debate about the Medical Aid in Dying Act. The measure passed in the assembly. People were very compassionate when they were talking to others about it, said Assemblyman Scott Gray. The legislation would allow terminally ill people with 6 months to live the ability to legally end their lives, which I am all for. I think that it should be up to the person who's in pain and has a terminal illness to decide it's time. Now, I understand that it's controversial. It's not the most easiest decision.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's very, very controversial. Oh, no.
Had to fix that. No, but it really is a controversial topic, and I know that a lot of people out there have a feeling of it one way or the other. I look at it like this, man. I know that if I was in that situation and I was not able to make a decision for myself to call it quits, I would not be happy about it.
You know what? There are people out there that have a will, even like they say, if I ever become a vegetable, like put me out of my misery. So, I mean, like, yeah, no, I get it. I freaking get it. Like, no, I mean, like, no one wants to become a vegetable for the rest of their freaking life. I mean, like, what kind of life do you want to live? I mean,
you can't live much of one.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, nah.
Remember, I don't know if you remember this case from like 2003, 2004, I think it was like something like that, but it was Terry Schiavo, this lady who had been in I believe a car crash, and the husband had made, he made a big deal about he wanted to take the feeding tube out and blah, 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 and there was a huge controversy there. Obviously, it went through against her family's will. They did not want this to happen, but he had stated that she wanted this to happen. Now, she couldn't speak for herself because she was in a vegetative state, and there was a huge controversy, and this is a little over 20 years ago. Now, we're here in 2025, where if this is something... Now, this is a different situation, though, because if you're in a vegetative state and you can't speak... I mean,
what the fuck are you going to do?
Well, that's just it. You're going to have somebody that's going to represent you, probably your family member, your wife, your husband, anybody like that.
It's got to be someone like you trust and not someone that's just going to like speak for you.
And that was the controversy in that particular case, is that people thought that he just wanted the insurance, which
I mean, yeah, look at it that way. I mean, like, it's always comes down to money.
Everything, unfortunately, it does seem that way, and in a lot of instances in this cynical world we live in, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to say that that's every case, because it's not. But I mean, we get to a point in life, in this world, especially in modern times, where you think about it like, okay, this person's doing this for an ulterior motive, like, well, they want to do this, like for instance, and I know we talk about Joyce a lot, and it's an inside joke in the show, but his reality is her son wanted her to go to the nursing home so that way he can get her fucking money and inheritance.
Go.
Yeah,
I remember you've been telling me that story like so many times, but yeah, no, that shit's like insane.
It's true though. Like, it is a reality that we live in, and people just, you think about people in like their 80s and all that, and their kids are putting them in nursing homes, wheeling them into there, and then they're like, yep, and that's what happened here. And you think about it this way: like, if you're in a situation where you would much rather just say, screw it, it's time to go, and just not die a horrible death.
I can never like put any of my family in like a nursing home, like my mom or my grandpa, like even like I know his memory's going, but like still I don't want to like, nah, I can't put like family in, like, because you hear the fucking like horror stories of nursing homes and
all the time,
and it's like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that to family.
It's unfortunate because it happens a lot, and people don't really think about it. like until it starts happening to them. Like if you're in that situation,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And you want to believe that everyone's doing something good for
the sake of their loved ones.
Yeah. But like in this situation, for instance, though, like if you have a loved one, and I'm curious to see how this works, like even if it's a spouse or a parent or something like that, and you can't speak, but you're able to communicate in a way that, you know, is either yes or no, and they're asking you, hey, you know, move your finger if you want us to unplug you because you're in pain or whatever. How does that work? Is that even, will that be used as a legal way of...
One tap, yes. Two taps, no.
Like, I'm curious to see how this goes, because if that is the case, and then they're like, well, how do you... Like, again, evidence is huge. How do you prove that as, like, a legitimate answer, or was it just a bodily function that happened that was on its own?
But isn't there, like... aren't there, like, people that are, like, in, like, wheelchairs and shit like that? They have a computer that actually speaks for them?
Yeah, like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, literally. Stephen Hawking.
No, yeah, I mean, with something like that, I mean, that's a completely different scenario where you can make sure that you can vocalize your choice. But I don't know. Again, I know this is a controversial topic. I was reading this and I was like, you know what? I was a little surprised it took this long.
Right.
I was talking about, what was I talking? Who was I talking about? I forget what. It was the suicide pods with somebody, because they were kind of listening to that episode we were talking about, and they're like, I know you guys are joking about it, and I'm like, but the problem is though, is it's real, and there is, this is in other countries. Will we have the suicide pods here in America? That's a good question. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
I just, you know what's really funny? I just think about it this way. Like, I think about the fucking scene from fucking Futurama, the first episode.
Yeah.
With the fucking suicide pods.
Oh yeah, it's real, man.
Fucking, like,
get in the hybrid car. You'll be in the smart car, and you just crash it into a bridge, and you're your suicide pod. It's over.
Yeah, literally.
It's gone.
Hey, I want to go see the Titanic.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to go to the suicide pod. You go hand in hand together singing Kumbaya. Your 19-year-old son's pissed at you because he didn't want to go. And then here we go. Happy Father's Day. Implode. It's over. Billionaires are dead. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened.
Yeah, no, fuck that. That's still an insane thing that just happened. It's like, wow.
Man. So this is a long one here. Bonnie says, let's talk about Shirley. Oh, Shirley, our friend of the show.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Our friend of the show. I don't know if I could play those recordings, man.
Oh, I saw the fucking the comments and all that shit, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, dude, I don't give
You think she's innocent?
Nah.
No?
No one is. Okay, listen. Like, unless you're a fucking narcissist, I mean, no one's innocent, okay? I'm sorry, but, like, I don't care what anyone says. You can sit there and say, I didn't do shit. I don't care. It's like, you know what? If you did something wrong, at least admit it, okay? At least admit something.
Nobody wants to do that. That's too hard to do. Admit.
Oh, yeah.
Take accountability, Austin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Some people are allergic to accountability, but it's like, you know what? Like, then stop making everyone else take accountability for others, you know?
So, I did listen to the recordings. I know you guys. I don't think I sent you guys the recordings.
No, I don't think you did.
I don't know if I could play them, to be honest with you. She says slurs in there, and I try not to.
Yeah, no. If there's some slurs,
there's a lot of the slurs.
We're on YouTube. Nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Well, yeah, I especially now that we're official. You just heard it here first. We're officially partnered with YouTube.
Woohoo!
So
thank you guys, by the way.
Yes, thank you to everybody who's gotten us to this point. We're going to continue to do the best we can.
Yes, all of you followers out there, like, thank you. We love you guys so much.
Now, just for clarity, though, we will still be open, raw, and say things. We're
going to raw dog it, you know.
These recordings, though, I'm going to be honest with you, because Bonnie says it right here. She goes, I'll just read the whole comment in its entirety. Let's talk about Shirley. All the nasty messages she sent Michelle, and the troopers wouldn't arrest her for harassment. They are protecting her because she's a snitch, and so is Precious. Ugh, so wrong. Play them messages, dirty crackhead whore, racist as fuck. Which, yeah, dude, the whole message is just it was bad. Slurs everywhere. You can tell me Precious isn't racist too with a mom like that, but they wouldn't arrest her because she's a snitch. Well, here's the thing. Like, when I was interviewing Des, actually, I didn't know it because it was a very quick on the spur interview that I was doing with Des. Precious did say a slur in the recording, and I was just like, fuck, these recordings. All I'm gonna say is this: she's a hateful, racist person with no soul, and you can understand why Miss Piggy is the way she is and how she ended up the way she is. That's all I'm gonna say. Yikes! When you're spouting off the N-word on a recording, like it's like just another word in everyday life. All I'm gonna say is this. And like the way she also said, like, I heard the messages. I heard the recordings. I toyed around with playing them.
Yeah.
But I also thought to myself, probably not the best idea.
Nah.
Because
we don't want to get YouTube be mad at us. So yeah. But no.
Look, I'm all for freedom of speech, and we don't condone the words that were used in those recordings. However, the fact of the matter is I don't think we need to play the recordings in order to get the message across. We know that Shirley is not a nice person, and she was telling her to come to her house in Geneva and telling this lady to come over there so she can beat her ass and blah blah blah. And she's like, "Come over here, white bitch." And it's just, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You know what? If she's gonna nah.
She's saying her Thomas didn't do it. Her grandson? Oh no, he was there. We already know he did it. He also hurt that autistic kid in Newark. And nothing was really done about that because he was able to do what he did in this crime. Austin, as a person with autism, how does that make you feel?
As an adult with autism, this ASD, the Asperger's syndrome, whatever you want to call it, you know what? It does paint a picture on everyone. Like I don't want to feel like I'm the one that like. I just don't want to have a bad image, but just when people are very discriminatory against people like with disabilities, mental disabilities. People it doesn't matter. I mean, whether you're a different color, whether you're gay, whether you're you're someone with autism. I mean, it's really, really stupid, and it's just I try not to chime into it because it's just I'm better than that. I mean, I've been through therapy for 24 years and in and out. I don't have to take any pills. I'm also a independent, living on my own, taking care of my bills.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much good. It's just sometimes I need help here and there. I mean, I go see a counselor and shit.
It's understandable
because I got to take care of this. So I mean. Yeah, no, it's just every time I hear autism, they always have that fucking it kind of paints a picture on people like us. It's just because there's the people that are nonverbal, and then there's the people like us that are we're pretty much close to normal. It's just we're socially awkward sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when you see this whole thing, we've heard it, we've talked about things in the past where people got taken advantage of because of their autism.
Been there. You're speaking to the choir.
Austin, how do you feel about RFK and the way he said that you have to go around and take your belt off and beat your children so that way you beat the autism right out of them?
He can suck it.
I don't know, man.
Every time I've seen that, it's that Kennedy mindset, and people don't understand. It's just it's the way we're wired. It's not just, it's a disease. It's the way we are wired. Yes, a German scientist happened to be a Nazi, sadly, discovered it and was literally, it's just all it is just, it's how your brain is wired. It's not it's not a bad thing to have. It's not, it is what it is. There's different levels of it. Me, I'm at level 0, level 1. That's because it's just I'm right at the edge, basically. It's just
after today's show, you're gonna be at level 3 because by the time I'm done with you, you're gonna be getting the autism beat out of you with a baseball bat.
Okay, calm down there.
Cheryl. Cheryl. I have an autistic boy in the studio with me today.
Says the yes. Yeah. Every time I hear his voice, I'm like, dude. Says the guy who's done fucking heroin like all his fucking life. You want to sit here and talk shit about people like me? Nah, get the fuck out of here, dude. At least I'm not a junkie.
I don't really know if that is true. I don't know. I
did hear he was a heroin addict.
Yeah,
so I mean
I don't know if it's true or not. I'm not gonna verify that or anything like that. I will say though that the guy is out there. I mean, there's things I would agree with him in, like when he says like, you know, there's shit in our food that we don't need to be eating. I get that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, but I don't know. Like
that's common sense.
The whole thing about like having an autistic person registry where you need, that's kind of crazy. What do you? I don't know what that's supposed to.
That's literally like it's like
like you're a terrorist or something,
or like saying it's like freaking the Holocaust all over again with like the Jews, and they have to have like a freaking yellow Star of David armband.
It's almost like the Roadhouse, the Texas Roadhouse in Henrietta with the rats, and how they had to put them out of their misery in a very inhumane manner. And
into the oven.
Yeah, that's basically what we saw. It was disgusting. And you know what? I don't know anybody that eats there anymore. I mean, would you go there? No, because they have Red 40, and then when you eat Red 40, then you get the autism. You get a touch of the autism. But on a serious note, an even more serious note, there's some news regarding a shooting that happened in Ohio, Middletown, Ohio. And I have the video that I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play that video for you. M-Balm, yep, that's right, the M-Balm Dash. Hi, friends. Hello, Annalise. How are you? It's good to see you in the chats again. Eric Harrison is on with us. Says, what up, fellers? What up, Eric?
What up, bruh?
Yeah, geez. So, again, for all of you coming on with us on the live stream, trying out something different, something new. So bear with us with the technical difficulties that we may or may not have. I don't know. Just let us know. I will give a little bit of an insight of what's coming though. So I was at Nexus Tattoo in the town of Penfield, New York. I recorded an episode, the first of its kind. It is, not all edited or anything like that. It's some of it is, some of it's not done yet. But I will say right now, the release date is this coming Friday.
Ooh, I'm excited.
This coming Friday, episode number 235 will be released on YouTube, and we dove deep into some things. It got a little emotional.
Oh,
so
that's really cool though.
It was interesting for a first time because like it took about an hour to set up, and Jeff's great. He's been on the show before, actually like 3 years ago.
Oh, I think I remember him.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I had fun doing it. Jeff had fun doing it. It was a blast, and you all get to see it Friday. And
check it out, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Eric says, such is what happens when something new is brought to the table. Got to work out them gremlins. Yeah, we're trying to
I agree.
We're trying to upgrade the show here. Obviously, you can tell the cameras and stuff are, a lot better quality. This is still one of the older cameras that we were using, but we're using it as this. I don't know. It's going to change periodically from time to time, especially if we have like more people in the studio.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
But as a one-on-one, I think this is a perfect...
oh, yeah, dude. This is like perfect test run. What do you mean, bruh?
Yeah. I want to be on the show, damn it. Bonnie, you can. And I'll tell you how you can do it. You can call the number right here. 855-622-5619. It's right on the video bug. Actually, That's the other side. You're almost there, Austin.
There it is.
It's kind of different for you.
It's right there.
So the phone lines are open. You can be on the show and give us a call and we can discuss. I will say this though. We were getting into the Ohio police shooting that happened.
Okay.
And I'm going to play this video. I will say, I know we've talked about
What's
something
going on in Ohio.
Well, you're going to see. Again, bear with me. This is going to be so confusing here.
My brother and my niece and nephew lives out in Ohio, but they live in Columbus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready for this? All right.
I saw this.
Is there sound? There should be sound, but I could be wrong.
I'm not hearing sound.
You're not hearing the sound. Hold on. Bear with us. We're almost there. We got to go to advanced properties. This is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of things that I have to do. There we go.
Yep, there it goes.
Look how quickly that happened. Can go back? Let's go back.
No, that was like.
Can you?
That was like one. That was like not even 2 seconds.
So, I want you to realize what's happening here. This is what's happening. The police had gotten a call. This is Christmas Eve of 2024, Austin. Whoa, what is going on there? Somebody was saying something.
What the fuck?
Christmas Eve 2024, somebody had called the police saying there was a domestic violent scenario happening in this area. They reached this person's apartment, and this is exactly the outcome of what this was. So let's go back and let's replay what we witnessed here.
Viewers' discretion may advised.
Oh, they already saw the end result.
Oh yeah.
So he says Middletown police, right? But here's the thing: like, what if he didn't hear it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if he didn't hear it?
Yeah, dude looked like what? He was in his 70s, 60s. He must be playing like music or something.
He was in his 50s
or 50s. Okay.
So here we go.
Middletown police.
Thought I heard him in the background.
Like right there, like
That's...
instantaneous. No drop your weapon, none of that stuff.
Yeah, no,
that to me is just it's just insane.
I remember seeing that video too, like on Facebook and shit. Like, blew my fucking mind. Like, bro, that's not even 2 seconds. Like, dude was just like, as soon as he opens that door, I'm about to pop. It's like, shoot. It's like, shoot first, ask questions later. It's like,
and at least you're on the M-Balm Effect. How are you?
Hi.
How are you?
oh, hello.
Tired. Oh, hello.
Hello.
So, Annalise, I don't know if you know about this shooting that happened, but I mean, I don't know. Did you see the video that we just played?
I heard it.
I mean, so all I'm going to say is this. There was no... Okay, so yes, they said Middletown police. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. What if he didn't hear what they had to say? What if something... And this happened before. We actually talked about a case that happened where somebody had brought a gun to the door and got shot. And it was just long played out thing. They didn't even attend aid to this guy. But yeah, they basically just shot the guy. Same thing here. You know, they expected him to hear what they said, and I'm like, okay, well, what if he didn't hear it, right? But here's the thing, like, they didn't even say gun, drop the weapon. They just shot him. Mm-hmm. They just shot this guy.
There was like no warning, no nothing but gas.
That's it. Gone. And I'm just like, dude.
That's messed up.
Bonnie's like, what the fuck? Trigger happy cop? Yeah, the guy was like instantaneous, just ready to go. And there was like no stopping him. Now, there's an update to this.
No fastball, no curveball, nothing but fucking gas.
It says the Middletown police officer who fatally shot an armed man will not face criminal charges, according to Butler County prosecutor.
Of course they won't fucking face charges. It's a fucking red state.
I mean, regardless, like that, to me, you watch the evidence, you're like, the dude didn't say drop the weapon, gave the guy no shot. The guy didn't even see anybody at the door yet. He just opened the door and was instantaneously shot.
They got fucking... Dude, state laws and fucking local counties, like, they got different laws than, like, everyone else does, I think. Or just... I don't know how else, like... I mean, shit, what if he doesn't have a gun? I mean, like, shit, they'll shoot first. Even if they don't have a gun. If the dude was a different pigment of color of skin, I'm pretty sure he'd be shot first, even without a weapon.
It says a Butler County grand jury was given the facts of the case involving 50-year-old Christopher Gorak, the suspect who died in the office. The suspect. I love how they call him the suspect.
Ohio, man.
The dude did nothing wrong except. So listen, he probably lives in a not so great area, right?
And probably like a hood area, yeah.
Well, it could have been. All I'm going to say is this: the guy probably didn't hear the cops. Didn't probably hear any of that stuff that they said. He probably brought the gun just in case something bad was about to happen. Because, you know, if you're living in a shitty area, hello.
Yeah.
And didn't even know that the cops were there probably. Because if he did, he probably wouldn't have the gun in hand. I would assume.
Yeah.
I would assume. Now, I could be wrong. There's people out there that have done some weird shit where they have police and then somebody opens the door and then they get fucking robbed. There's a home invasion.
Yeah.
But how many times have we seen that happen?
Right. I go police.
Yeah. I just the whole thing though, like you watch this video of the body cam and you watch the dude open the door and he just instantaneously gets murked right off the bat. There is no get on the ground. There's no drop the fucking weapon. There's none of this stuff.
And dude had a fucking was that a fucking submachine gun, by the way? That wasn't a fucking like just a simple like bang bang pistol. No, that was a fucking like a freaking Uzi. Like that's what it looked like.
Who?
The cop, whatever he was holding.
I don't know about that.
No, check out the gun that he was holding.
Well, let's go back. Just bear with me here because we're learning new stuff here. I'm gonna have to get used to this as time goes on. So
Breaking news.
So no, it looks like he's got a straight up. He looks like he's just straight up got a. Yeah, it looks like a straight up handgun. Let me just get this back up here. We'll watch it in real time.
Because it wasn't like just like a bang bang. That was like.
Well, he might have rapid fired. Oh, it's a handgun, dude.
Oh yeah, it was a handgun. My bad.
Yeah, it's
sorry you had to see that.
Damn.
Yikes.
just instantaneous. Like, watch how quick.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you open it,
bang bang bang.
Look, there he is. Watch. See, there he is. He's opened the door.
He is holding something though.
He is. Watch. In his left hand, yes, he's got a pistol. He does. I understand this. He's got a pistol. I get it. But at the same time, dude, you don't just go. Like, you see, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not shoot first, ask questions later.
Look, right there. He doesn't even know they're there at that point.
Yeah, no.
Look at him.
Dude looks fucking clueless.
He doesn't even know. And that's it.
Yep.
And that's just, to me, that is blatant. It's not
stupidity. I mean, honestly, it's on the cops' fault, but they don't want to take any blame for it because they're cops. Oh, back the blue, and because we are perfect little angels and can't do nothing wrong. Listen, I don't give a shit. Like, there are crooked people everywhere. I don't give a shit where you're from. You could be a fireman. You could be a lawyer. You could be a soldier. You could be a fucking cop. You could be a doctor. I don't give a shit. There are crooked people out there, okay? And it's the narcissism. And just because, oh, I wear this as a badge of honor because I'm better than you, whatever. I don't give a shit. Like, if you're, like, no matter what fucking money you're making, I don't give a shit, like, what training you're onto. Like, it's your character I fucking judge. If you're gonna be a piece of shit human being and treat others like shit, then yeah, you deserve to be treated like shit. Doesn't matter what you fucking are. Whether you're a doctor, a cop, or a firefighter, or a soldier. If you're a piece of shit human being, you're a piece of shit human being. But God bless the other good people out there that are fucking doing the best and are not like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's cops that are good.
There are good cops out there.
And that's just it. Like, but here's the thing. Like, this guy here, he's not even going to be held accountable for this. And that's the problem. Like, I don't think that's
what
right.
Does that teach? That's what exactly. Like, what does that teach our fucking nation? And what does that teach your fucking county? What does that teach you guys?
Now, make it like say this is
Don't have a gun and then or we'll get shot.
Actually, you know what? Bonnie says, looks like the old Wild West. She goes, was there anyone else in the home? Asking because it's supposed to be a domestic violence crime going on. So as far as I can tell, from what I've looked up and everything, no, he was not with anybody in the home. It says Middletown police were dispatched to an apartment building on Park Lane for a report of domestic violence incident between two men assaulting each other. When officers arrived at the apartment, they knocked on the door 3 times and announced themselves with the Middletown Police Department twice. According to the Butler County prosecutor's press release, Gorak opened the door and flashed a pistol at the officers, which, again, he only had it in his hand, in his left hand. He didn't flash it and go, "Hey, guys, look, I got a gun." He didn't do that. It says, in 0.3 of 1 second, that threat of deadly harm was responded to with lethal force by the officer closest to the door and who had announced the police presence, resulting in the death of Mr. Gorak by 4 shots being fired at by the officer. Immediate resuscitative efforts were engaged by the police officer on scene, and Mr. Gorak died, resulting from the shots fired at him. Of course, he's not going to live. I mean, you saw what happened.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, like, that's another thing too. I mean, like, when you see an officer, like, you know, you don't expect, like, you got to have like a fucking.
Hold on a second. Okay.
What?
This is the kind of shit that drives me goddamn fucking nuts.
Oh no.
Look at what it says here. Pointing a firearm at a police officer in the performance of his or her duties in the event of regardless of sobriety will likely be met with justified. He didn't fucking point a gun at the cop. It shows it right on the fucking video.
Of course they'd pull that bullshit. Of course they would pull that bullshit. Did they play?
They had. Well, I'm not even going to ask that question. I know they played this in the courtroom. Who are you, blind as a bat? The guy didn't even see the cops before he got shot. He had the gun pointing down in his left hand, and he opened fire, the guy at the front door. And then this statement here saying pointing a firearm at a police officer, which I understand. If that does happen, I get it. But this did not happen here.
But he flashed. That's the thing.
He didn't flash. He had it in his...
No, he didn't. No, he didn't like flash. Like, this is my gun. No. But like, even like a slight, like even just a wave of, like, you know, gun. That's a flash.
He didn't,
basically.
But he was holding it down, dude.
But maybe the cops saw
the cop was trigger happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. The cop saw a gun. Didn't even announce the gun. Didn't even say get on the fucking ground. Nothing. Didn't say drop the weapon. He just shot him.
Yeah. No. It's
3/10 of 1 second.
Yeah, and of course they would pull that fucking argument too.
Can somebody explain to me in 0.3 of 1 second how are you supposed to respond by instantaneous? Like, you see a cop, you're just supposed to automatically go, oh, like, drop it like that quickly,
or just be like, hey, police, or just like, hey, drop the weapon.
But they didn't do that. That's the thing. Like, in somehow, some way, they're not going to get held accountable. I love it. Yeah. I love how this happens. It's like. And then they twist these fucking words on here, pointing a firearm at a police officer in the performance of his or her duties in an event regardless. Because here's what it says above. It says the prosecutor's office says an autopsy revealed Gorak was heavily intoxicated by alcohol more than 3 times the driving limit legally. And he says
in his own home.
And it says he also tested positive for having marijuana in his system. Does not matter. The guy got shot without a fucking chance to drop the weapon.
He's in his fucking home. It's not like he's fucking driving.
I don't understand why this is even a thing. How is that even... How does that... Okay, so where does that even... It's irrelevant. At that point, it's irrelevant. We saw what we saw in the video. I mean, unless there's something you see on there that we don't, leave it in the comments down below, please, because I'm at a loss of words right now. I don't even know what to say.
Nah,
this is nuts. Annalise back on us with us. We saw the video. And... Then I read this article saying that the guy, they're basically insinuating the guy pointed his pistol at the police officers.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
Which, by the way, we saw it here as we did the show live. Didn't happen.
No, but yeah, the fact that, like, I think the gun came out first before the dude came out, and they were like, "Oh, gun," and then they just like, boom, boom, boom. Oh, he's dangerous. Boom, boom. Oh, we're just gonna use the argument. Oh, he was intoxicated with and his own fucking safety of his own home, where fucking weed and fucking alcohol is legal. Okay.
It says the Middletown Division of Police reported the shooting to the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation, the BCI, to conduct an independent investigation.
Good luck.
1 month later, a grand jury concluded that Gorak's death was justified. I don't see how that's justified.
What?
That's not justified.
No.
To me, that's not a justified shooting. You didn't, you literally, why? Because he had a weapon in his hand? Yeah, it could have been anybody at the door, and if he didn't hear you say police, sorry, he might have been hard of hearing, he might have even been deaf, we don't know. But the fact of the matter is the guy had a gun pointing down in his hand. He never once lifted his hand to shoot or point at anybody. He got blasted before he even registered who was at the door.
It was basically from their perspective. It was he's flashing his gun. He was intentionally of like showing that he was violent and all that shit. And because the fact that he's got fucking alcohol and marijuana in his system
shouldn't matter.
Makes him who fucking cares? Like at least he's not fucking driving and drunk and doing that shit at the same time. It's just I'm so sick and tired of hearing the fucking like bullshit between there's
Mom,
good cops. There's good cops out there. There's good cops out there. There's good people out there.
There's people out there that will do the job correctly. This guy did it incorrectly, and if you ask me, this was not a justified shooting.
The dude just got away with a fucking slap on the wrist. Like, nah.
I don't see how this could be
Can I
justified.
say something about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I feel like I would have done what the guy would have done. Because I agree with you. Like, I didn't see the video personally, but like, you never know. Like, if you can't hear, of course you're going to have your weapon. Well, no matter the weapon, because you never know. It could be a robbery or somebody you don't know. That just seems messed up.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Especially depending on the neighborhood you're living in too.
Yeah, I mean, just today in general, though. Even in today's world, though, like everybody's just there's a lot of civil unrest right now.
Paranoia, hysteria.
Right, and so you have to understand, like, if the guy, he's 50 something years old. He's like 50 years old. Okay, he looked a little older than 50. He must have had a hard life. Again, we don't know his story.
Yeah, he's probably like in his late 50s. Yeah.
No, it said that he was 50, I believe.
But it's funny you said
50. He was 50.
It's funny you said
50-year-old Gorak.
I find that funny. You said all the chaos that's going on in the world, dude. I literally, I just as soon as I was just coming here, I sent a picture to the group chat. There was like 5 or 6 cops literally right across the street because Burger King got fucking robbed. I'm not even kidding. No, there was like 5 or 6 cops on the road. I was like, what?
I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, apparently I heard someone say they got robbed at through drive-through. That's like the most common thing.
He said, "Thank you, drive-through."
And then someone said something about like they were doing the same thing through McDonald's too. So I'm like,
can we download this photo and show you?
Yeah, there it is.
Let's download it real quick, and then we'll show everybody on the computer. Again, bear with me. I'm trying to learn this stuff. Yeah, dude. So
can I also say one more thing when you're done?
Yeah.
Oh, you go ahead. Yeah.
No, I just want to say, but despite all the negativities, there's people like y'all that make the world a better place.
We do our best.
Yes, like Dan Cilley.
Yes, like Dan Cilley, which I want to talk about that real quick too.
But yeah, look at that shit, dude.
Look at this. So this was outside your window, dude.
Yeah, literally outside my fucking apartment.
That's the Burger King I parked at.
Yeah. Dude.
Wow.
Yeah, no, there was like 5 or 6 cops like in front of I was like, what the fuck happened?
The Wheels of Life says everyone's angry nowadays. Yeah, everyone's pissed off, and they're ready to just go at it. They don't care anymore.
Bro, I'm pissed off too, but it's like, you know what? I ain't gonna fucking just do this shit like it's fucking Grand Theft Auto.
No. Look at that! Look at how many cops are there. Like, there's just it's like a family visit.
Yeah, literally.
Well, damn.
Oh man, what did I do here? I think I ruined it. It's okay.
But I just also want to say, have a good night, y'all.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
You too, hon.
We appreciate you.
Jinx.
I knocked on it first.
Oh,
You're screwed.
I have one more question.
Yes.
I have one more question.
Of course.
This is something completely different, maybe to lighten the load. Wink, wink.
What?
No, my question is, have you ever discovered yourself as you grow older that you've figured out something about yourself?
Every day of my life, Annalise, I discover something new and exciting. Like my, I guess you could call her school counselor. She used to go, oh, don't you want to try something new and exciting? I'm like, no, I want to just go home, please.
No.
I want to go home.
Yeah. I felt that.
Yeah, that's
chicken,
basically it.
banana. Chicken, banana.
What did you? So
chicken, banana.
What did you find? What did you find that was something new about yourself?
Honestly, I feel like about like the spectrum,
Yeah.
the autism spectrum.
Welcome to the club.
That's something like I don't want to go up into bumblefuck nowhere, but that's something I recently discovered, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I didn't.
Do
really,
I know what I mean?
I don't know. Do you? I don't know. I mean, you're the one on the phone talking to me. I don't know. I'm just here to listen.
Who are you again?
I don't know. Who am I? Who are you? Who are you? No, like I don't know, man. I see things as time goes on that are different that I would perceive differently now than I would have if I was in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. There's just I feel like when you get in your 30s, I feel like when you get in your 30s, you figure out more about yourself than you ever would in your 20s.
I agree.
You know what? I will say this: the one thing I've discovered from entering my 30s, because I'm 31.
Yeah, you go to your nursing home.
No,
Yo, fart.
Oh, you know what? Not for nothing. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. What you just said there, it's true. Because Austin's out there breaking hearts and ripping farts, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely, man.
As an old man, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, it's that.
Oh, he's not that old.
It's that rhythm with the tism. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say, wait, you're older than me.
Ends up turning into a schism when you're not careful. Just stay out of fucking the bell, T-bell. You'll be all right.
This is what I like about you guys. Is like pure honesty. You shit the shit, whatever you want to call it.
Here's the thing.
And it makes me feel good.
That's what we like, and we want people to feel good when they're watching the show. I know we talk about a lot of dark.
Sometimes
we talk a lot about dark stuff sometimes, and I think it's not. I know it's important to do so, but we also like to throw around some comedy in there if we can.
Absolutely, we gotta throw some laughs.
And so like here's the thing. I listen to a lot of shit in my life. And I mean, I'm not even talking about the shit that I hear from a stall bathroom in a Taco Bell. I'm talking like podcasts and shit. I'm talking like you hear a lot of stuff that people do, and you know it's fake. You know it's scripted shit. You're like, okay, this is just, and it's just not for me. Okay, like for instance, people love the Ron Burgundy podcast. I haven't listened to it, and I don't fucking plan on doing so. And it's not that there's anything wrong with that show.
Because you would listen to yourself.
No, I just can't. I can't sit there and listen to something that I know is not genuine. I don't know. I like to listen to people's ideas, opinions. I like to listen to their perspectives on certain subjects and topics or scenarios. I like that. And to be quite frank with you and transparent, I've had a lot of people bullshit in my life. A lot of people lie to me in my life, and I'm fucking done with that. I don't want to, and I'm not going to be the guy. I'm not going to be the guy to lie to you. Now, if I'm wrong about something and I find out I'm wrong about something, I'll own up to it because I have no fucking problem doing so. Yeah, I mean everyone's got an ego these days. Like they can't afford to be. Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Like why not? Why can't you afford that? Because your ego's so fucking big.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm not about that shit. Like, I'm about just legitimacy, genuine shit, like genuine connection. And if you want to come here and put on a front, then this is not the show for you. If you want to come on here and do this act that like if I have a guest on here, right, and they're putting on an act, they don't want to, open up, so to speak. Now, that's the thing about a long-form podcast. You can probably bullshit me for, like, a half hour, and I wouldn't know.
Right.
Then again, it'd be pretty hard to do that because I can pretty much pick up on people's bullshit for the most part. But there's times where I've been fooled, and I'm not going to lie. That happened. But there's also times where you're sitting in here for 3 fucking hours, and I think it's kind of hard for them to put on an act for 3 fucking hours.
Oh, yeah.
Is it possible? Sure. Of course it's possible, but it's challenging to do that.
It can be, especially, like, although I would love to have, like, couches or, like, something to just, like, chill and just...
So, I know, I was kind of thinking, because as I was doing this recording with Jeff, he's got a cool tattoo studio, by the way.
He does. From the pictures, it looks like a dope-ass place, not gonna lie.
I was thinking about it. I was like, man, I want to get more stuff in here and like maybe arrange some things differently around in here. I don't know though.
Ooh, okay. I'd be down.
We've had this set up for, I don't know what, since 2021.
Yeah, it's about a good 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Now, mind you, a few days ago was our official 6-year anniversary of doing this podcast.
Woohoo!
It's true. It's a true story. So, kids, do your thing. You know how to do it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we've been at this for a while.
Damn.
The Wheels of Life says everyone's autistic, ADHD, BPD nowadays too. Yeah, you know what? I hear a lot about this bipolar. Or not. I'm sorry. Let me fucking backtrack there. That is not the correct term I'm trying to go for. Borderline personality disorder.
That's
BPD.
what it was.
And I don't know too much about it, so that's something I would have to dig into before I, would want to talk about that. But it is a form of mental health that, people suffer through.
Dude, a lot of people suffer from a lot of things. I mean, like, shit. I mean, like, as someone who's going to counseling and shit, I mean, like, she's even said, like, what I was given when I wanted to become a therapist was there was this giant book about, like, every, like, disabilities, like PTSDs, even like ADHD and all that shit. Like there's a fucking book of just like about all these like symptoms and shit like that. Like that they have to listen or they have to read themselves to like get a better understanding of the people, And sometimes it's also better with like experience too, like just talking to people and like dealing with what's going through their minds,
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where, like, we hear about bipolar, bipolar anxiety, depression. Like, those are the, most talked about things. I would like to talk about BPD. I just don't know much about it to be able to discuss it. And, I know there's people out there that may have checked out this show and have that disorder. And,
Hey, I mean, nothing wrong with like diving into it. I mean, like honestly, anything dealing with mental health is always a good. If you have the curiosity of learning about like certain things, like even like with like ADHD, autism, or even BPD. I mean, like for me, that just shows me that like what I'd rather have that you're curious for like learning, and that's a good sign too. That's a good sign of maturity. That's like, I just want to, and it also betters people, because that way you like, if you have friends that are going through some shit and what they're dealing with, and it's like, hey, I'm here. You kind of know what you're doing. It's like, hey, I'm here for you, man.
Yeah,
I know what to say.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of stuff that goes hand in hand with mental health and mental illness and all that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I want to dissect. So, if you're not familiar with the show and you're not familiar with this topic, Dan Cilley is somebody we've touched upon a couple of times, and
wow,
yeah, you've probably heard the sound bites.
Wow,
Bullshit!
You've heard those sound bites. Probably don't know the story of this guy. Well, now, long story short, this guy was known to accost women on the streets of Los Angeles with a camera and do some weird shit like harass them and say inappropriate things. And he's also been known to talk about wanting to procreate with a 14-year-old girl and start a community, right, Austin? You can check out those old episodes on YouTube.
Yeah, I remember the fucking story about him. That whole fucking spiel like put me through a fucking loop, dude. Like there were just so many fucking things wrong with that situation entirely, and I'm like, you know what? And you know what? With that whole fire situation that happened in fucking Hollywood, I really hope he was there. Okay, like I really was in the fucking fire.
Well, he wasn't in the fire because he's still out there and he's doing things.
Fuck! Come on, man.
I will say,
I was hoping that was on my bingo card.
He's out. He's doing stuff. Trying to get this thing to work here. Where is it? Oh man.
You got this, buddy.
It's not showing up, man. So this is what happens when you start new stuff. So bear with me. It's I hate when I don't know what I'm doing, especially when it's live, and I'm like, dude, this should be an easy task for me. Where is it? No, that's not the right one.
I was like wondering where. I was like, where the fuck is that?
It's not the right one. So basically, this guy. Let's see. This is actually. I don't know why this is the video. I thought I downloaded the wrong or the
What's
right.
with the fucking? I'm sorry. I'm like looking
What's
at the
wrong?
screen on the side, but like when you had his picture, I was like, dude, what the fuck is up with his sunglasses, bro?
Yeah. There
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
This is the video I did to allude to what we're about to talk about now. Yeah, so basically let's play the video here for you. Again, this guy is nuts. He's out of control. And I know I talked about him in that video. You might not have seen it. I don't know. It depends. There's actually, I think, over 2,000 views on YouTube for that video in itself. But this guy is out of control. He's getting worse, and I don't know what to tell you, man. It's going to come to the point where it's going to get even worse than this. So this is what he had to say. Oh, it's not going to play, is it?
Wait, what?
Well, I know I put it's right on there.
You're trying to attack me!
There he is.
This racist! This racist person who came up to me and attacked me!
So, like, did we miss? I think we missed a core bunch of.
You're trying to attack me!
Yeah, so this is now his normal demeanor in this video, dude.
This racist! This racist!
What's with the fucking just a blank stare?
Who came up to me and attacked me!
Hey, he sounds like every fucking crackhead in my fucking neighborhood, bro.
And then I get arrested!
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And then I get arrested.
I was like, wait, go back.
I have speech rights! Everyone,
Don't do it, sir.
and then I get arrested! And then the police
Take a
officer
fucking
cuts
chill
his
pill,
hands
bro.
and press into my sexual anatomy.
Why did that happen?
Okay.
How did that? I'm sorry, but how did that happen?
Yeah, tell us how you feel, bro.
The wheels of life said, "Good seg, living the best life ever." Eric says one thing about that really pissed me off when folks say triggered or something, almost one of those buzzwords now. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Right? No, absolutely.
And then gaslighting is one of them too that I've noticed people like to say. The Whiz of Life says, I literally jumped when I first saw it when he screams, "I'm trying to arrest!"
Trying to arrest. Right? No, like.
You're laughing at me? Are you laughing at me?
Are you laughing at him, Austin?
This is not a joke. This
It's
is
not a joke,
serious.
dude. It's serious.
Our rights are being violated every day.
Erectile dysfunction.
Let me tell you something, brother. Sounds like fucking Hulk Hogan, man, on
If you try to express
steroids.
yourself,
Harsh fucking
you
roids,
get
dude.
arrested and convicted.
Okay.
Of what?
Oh, no, you're
Defend
moving.
yourself against someone who attacked you.
Somebody told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, smile. Why are you smiling?
That's what I would say too. Like,
Why
shut
you
the
smiling?
fuck up.
Austin, why are you smiling?
You don't
It's just
even know why you're
funny.
smiling.
It's just like he's.
Seriously.
Oh, dude. Just like his fucking outburst, man. Like, dude, really, he needs some help.
What is wrong with people?
What he's about to say is actually hilarious because I think what he's about to say is actually the opposite of what he's saying.
The people who watch our videos, they like all the fans, everyone, they thinking the same thing. Like, what is wrong with people?
No, they wonder what's wrong with you. They wonder why the fuck
What's
you're
wrong with
yelling.
people, dude.
Just think about that for a moment. What he's saying,
Bro, how much meth did you take this morning? Like, Jesus, were you just eating that shit like out of a fucking cereal bowl? Like, damn.
I like how he's like, yeah, they're wondering what's wrong with people.
Yeah.
I like how you're looking at him. You're looking at him.
Dude, I don't know your fucking problem, bro.
What is wrong with people? What the fuck?
That's a soundbite. That's gonna become a soundbite.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Shit! Wake up!
Why? It's morning time?
Right?
I didn't realize it was morning.
Is it more? It's
This is America!
No, I thought it was.
8 o'clock at night. What do you mean?
He said this is America. I thought it was Brazil. Are
We have rights!
you sure? Are you sure?
For a second,
We
I
have
thought
rights,
I thought he
right?
was
Wrong.
I thought he was gonna
We have freedom of speech!
when he
Right.
said "This is
Wrong.
America." I thought he was gonna
I
sing
can
about
do this.
"This is America"
Right.
by Childish Gambino.
Right, I can do this!
Well, you can, but they should ultimately just arrest you for this.
Yeah.
Right!
Yeah, right.
Am I in America?
No,
Raid or roids? Because I'm pretty sure you're on fucking roids, dude.
this
like,
guy is out of control, man.
right. Like no, like seriously, like what the fuck is your issue, bro?
Am I in America? I can do this, right? Right! I have speech, right? I can speak, right?
Look at that beard, dude. He really grew that fucking. He's really committed.
Yeah, it's
He's
like-
really committed to the part.
Dude looks like Dude looks like he was like on a fucking abandoned island for like several years, dude.
Oh yeah, he's really committed to the part now.
Dude, what kind of fucking dude? Get a fucking like comb or something, bro.
I get attacked. Boom! I punch someone in the chin one time. He falls to the ground. That's
One
it.
time, one
And I
only
get
one
convicted
time.
of battery. They don't get arrested,
Uh-huh.
even though I said so many times.
Yeah.
I said so many times, over and over. I wanted to do a PPA,
PPA.
citizens arrest. Why weren't they arrested?
Because you're stupid.
Eric says, "So is this like a bet?"
Yeah, right.
Sadly, no.
Right?
This is.
I'm really hoping it's a fucking
It's
bit.
dude. It's not. That's the thing. Like it's not. That's why
Oh
I'm.
my
That's why I'm
God.
bringing this up. If it was a bit like Copper Cab used to do with his ginger, I have a soul or whatever, then I wouldn't even bring it up. This guy is for real. And what you're watching is the end of a decline of a man's mental health. He is,
Literally.
This is. You are watching probably the end stages before Dan Cilley finally snaps and ultimately essays someone or ultimately murders someone. And it's sad
He's gonna
because
end up in a fucking straitjacket.
nobody's
I swear
doing
to-
anything about this.
Dude's
It's been
gonna
happening
end up
for
in a
years.
fucking straitjacket. I swear to God.
He
man.
should have already been like that for years, but this hasn't happened yet.
Just go to bed. Just go to bed. Say
Is this
say
a
night
man-
night, Mr. Sandman.
Yeah, so basically that's the whole video right there of that one. Honestly, dude, if you ask me, this guy is ultimately going to kill someone. And I hate to say that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
I hate to be the guy that breaks it to you, but this guy is going to hurt and kill someone before somebody finally goes, we should do something. It seems like some Eric Andre type thing, Eric says. Yeah, you know, I wish it was.
Let me in. Let me in.
Right, I wish it but I wish it was. If you go on a deep dive of this guy, which there's a few people that I know personally that have learned about Dan Cilley by watching and listening to our show, and then they've come to me and talked about how they went on a deep dive and went into that rabbit hole, and they regretted it because of the stuff that they heard this guy say and like how this guy actually believes the things that he says, because he does.
Wow.
This guy, he's ultimately gonna do something worse than he's already has.
Oh yeah.
You
no,
know, he's been arrested and is in the sex offenders list for having inappropriate contact with a 15-year-old girl. Yet he's
I thought
still
it was 14.
No, it was 15.
15.
Regardless,
Okay.
doesn't matter. The guy is just
Yeah.
a creep. Well,
Dude's a pedophile.
what I meant by 14 was he had described that he wanted to reproduce, procreate with a 14-year-old.
That's right. That's right. You said that.
Yeah. So the Wheels of Life is saying he's already assaulted a few people. Yeah, he has. And ultimately, what's going to end up happening is he's gonna kill someone,
Oh, absolutely.
and he's gonna hurt somebody that is probably female. He's gonna hurt a woman. As a matter of fact, he's probably gonna hurt a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's that's something that he likes to prey upon. He likes to prey upon young girls.
Dude's a fucking straight up predator, honestly. Like, dude.
When you have a guy who's 6'3" and like 200 pounds or whatever the fuck he is,
dude is not going to survive jail. Okay, like them motherfuckers have like a fucking code, man. And you fuck with kids, you done.
It's just, why did we get to why are we here? Like, why didn't this guy just get fucking at least thrown into a place where he can get help or something? I don't know. You got to do something, because what's going to end up happening is, again, he's already pretty much close to it. He's been out of, let's just say this. He lives on Skid Row. At least that's where he lived from the last time I heard. My one question, though, Austin, is this. Remember Kim? The lady that he was staying with, the one who he was mooching off of? Where did she go? Why is she nowhere to be found? Where has she gone? Did he do something?
I'm really hoping she's just fucking escaped. Like, honestly, that's my.
Yeah, I agree, Eric.
I hope it just becomes a fucking documentary. Like she like meets up with like a fucking newscast, and it's just like, let me tell you about this shit that I went through with this guy.
I agree, Eric. He should be in jail. The guy fucking committed so many crimes already, but yet the state of California, like New York, decides, why would we want to imprison people? That's inhumane.
I say drop them off in the middle of the fucking desert and let them survive. I say let the animals and fucking scorpions take care of them. You know what you do? If he wants to be so violent and aggressive, drop him off in the Middle East and see what happens. Exactly.
Let's see the things that he does there. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. This guy is no good.
Pretty sure the Taliban don't mind making him a fucking suicide bomber. Seriously, like what the fuck is this shit, bro?
I don't know, man. This guy, he's gotten so out of control. And the fact of the matter is there's so many people on YouTube.
Out of control. This is beyond out of control,
Oh,
brother.
I know. The last time I think we talked about him, we talked about how this guy walked up to him and his wife or his girlfriend was confronting Dan, saying, "Are you filming a minor? Why are you filming minors?" And the last thing you see is the guy smack the camera out of Dan's hand, and that was the last we heard of him for a while. Now he looks like Grizzly Adams, and he's out there screaming his head off. And people, you notice how all around him, except for a few people, there was like nobody around him.
I like how there's someone in the background saying, "Shut the fuck up!"
Yeah, because they probably had enough of this shit for the last 10 years. They're like,
probably.
They're like, please get this fucking guy out of here. We've had enough of him.
He literally sounds like every fucking crackhead outside of my fucking apartment. I swear to God, like that's all I fucking hear, man. It's like, hey, okay. Even I have my fucking tantrums. Even I have my fucking like my tangents and shit. Like, I've had those. I've had my issues too, because it's just like I'm going through some shit too, and even I've apologized, but like I'm taking much better care of myself. I'm trying to not be like that, but man, that's fucking oh my God, that drives me fucking nuts.
This dude is out of control, and I don't know. I think the next time we see him, it could be the very last time.
Fucking hope so.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't hope so.
I hate to say that, be like that person, but like, fuck. I mean,
I hope he doesn't do it, but it's hoping isn't going to get us anywhere.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Oh God, here we go. Somebody finally mentioned it. The Wheels of Life says, if you look into his mom's murder case, it was never confirmed who did it, but her other son who lived with her deleted himself days later. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, you go down this rabbit hole of Dan Cilley, right? You are going to find out that, because people think it's a bit. It's not. This guy is being for real. Like,
no, this
guy is
bad
lunatic.
Shit crazy.
He's a lunatic.
Dude's bad shit crazy. Although I do laugh at his fucking outburst, though.
There's so much to this guy's story that you wonder to yourself, how
is he getting away with this shit?
Because again, nobody's being held accountable. It's the same thing here, man. It's the same thing as the person that stole your car. That's society's
fault, man. That's society's fault.
It's the same thing that happened with your stolen car. Nobody got arrested for that, right?
Pretty much.
Eric says there's no reason to be out on the streets screaming like that. Well, you're right, but California
tell that to every fucking meth head in Rochester. I swear to God. Oh my God, that's all I hear. It's like it's whether it be at my fucking job or at like outside of my apartment. It's all I hear is fucking crackheads, and they're like,
Give me crack. Austin, give me crack.
Ah, the government is fucking bullshit. Blah, 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 blah.
East Rochester was like that too when I worked out there for a few years.
Oh my God, dude.
There was people.
God, I remember being out that way.
There was people that would walk around and, you know, this one lady would go around looking for cigarette butts and change. Like some cigarettes that were kind of like still some there, she would pick them up and relight them and start smoking them. And then this one guy, we used to call him, I think I might have talked about this on the show, where like this guy named Big Bob, we used to call him Big Bob. He had like a mullet. He's like 6'4", 300 pounds. He would go around yelling about the Declaration of Independence to like inanimate objects.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. But then he'd be like sweet as pie to you. Like he would pass you on the sidewalk and go, "Hello." Like, what? I just saw you literally.
Fuck?
Yeah, I literally did see this.
That's literally a crackhead. I mean, like, swear.
I think he just had a mental problem.
That's true.
But he literally chest bumped a fucking street sign thinking he was going to take it down. He was staring it up, and I was turning the corner. I think it was on West Commercial Street, and he was staring up the fucking street sign, and he fucking chest bumped it, like he was going to do something.
What the?
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, you got beef? You got fucking beef?"
With a stop sign?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell me to stop. So, well, damn, okay.
The fucking Constitution, bitch. It's real.
I wonder if that chick that you saw that was trying to relit the fucking cigarette butt is the same bartender that worked at that fucking bar that we visited.
No, this lady was older. No, you got to remember, this is what, 12, 13 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
About 12, 13 years ago.
Oof.
She was, from what I heard, somebody had verified this. She used to be a professor at like a college or something. And for whatever reason, she just kind of lost it, and that was her life. I don't know if she could be dead by now. Who knows?
I mean, at this point, but like, damn, really?
Yep. So,
how do you go from a professor and then just like, you know what? There's always causes, okay? There's always a cause and effect, okay? Like, you could go so many routes with this.
And then there was this other guy named Joe or John, and he would always like sell cigarettes, but he would always pass them off like he was selling like Coke or something. Like he was always looking around his shoulder, like he was so paranoid, like somebody was gonna come and arrest him. Like, you're selling grown ass men fucking cigarettes. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're selling children's cigarettes, then you have a problem.
Yeah, no. If you're selling to minors, that's a different story.
Like coal miners, dude.
Coal miners.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Coal miners. Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of minors, I know I'm a little bit of a talk slut here.
Yeah, she's a talk slut.
But Skeeter Gene, otherwise known as Skeet Hansen, he is on a whole nother level when it comes to predator catches.
Oh my God, dude.
There's nobody on this guy's level. Nobody can beat Skeeter Gene, aka Skeet Hansen, who skeets these predators like no other in 4K, Austin, in 4K. He is now coming up with a scheme to make it as if these predators are winning Cybertrucks. And he is making it so that way they think that they're getting a nice, beautiful Cybertruck, which I don't think they're beautiful, by the way. I don't care for them.
They're ugly as fuck.
But,
like, who the fuck wants a Cybertruck?
Somebody out there.
Tesla people, Tesla fans.
So
Elon
basically,
Musk fans.
so basically, this guy is going around making this happen, and then as he's on the tablet, from Prestige Worldwide, and his name is Doyle. So he's portraying himself as Doyle from Prestige Worldwide, and people are winning Cybertrucks, these men, and then he gets something from corporate stating that he was talking to a minor and sending pics to the minors. Yeah.
No.
Dude, you gotta check out. I don't mind talk slutting Skeet Hansen. You gotta watch this. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
He's got some good. No, I heard he's got some like good videos, but even some of the shit whatever he does, when he catches them and like in the act, it's like it's so fucking awkward because it's just like yikes. It's like, oh man, like this, it's really going down. It's like fuck, wow, this, yeah.
So Eric, you would take if someone offered you would take the Cybertruck. You would do it. This would be your thing. I mean, hey, if it's free, right? You'd take it, right, Austin?
I mean,
You would. You take it. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. And then they got you on.
Honestly, I would take it and then take it to a fucking demolition derby. Let's see how much.
Are you sure about that? Because if that
gonna
battery catches on fire,
that thing's gonna get destroyed.
You're gonna get destroyed in it, though. You fucking do that, it's gonna be game over. Do you want that?
True. Nah. Although I do kind of want to like blow it up, though.
Yeah, but you would want to do that in a way where you're not inside the vehicle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Get like a dynamite and then just.
You know what you do? You know what you do? You install this thing where you can do a remote control kind of thing with it, kind of like a drone. Like you put on virtual reality headset, and you can like it'll look like you're driving the car inside, but you're not really in the car. You're not in the Cybertruck. You're somewhere else across the country, and you're driving this thing in a demolition derby, and you crash it until the point where it starts on fire, and then just blows everything up. Would that be cool?
Nah, not really. I see what you mean. Okay, can't have fun.
You're not gonna have fun dying in this thing.
Boring.
What? You want to suicide bomb yourself in this fucking thing?
No, I fucking don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm kidding. That's why I was like, you're so boring. Obviously, no. Obviously, that thing, it's a death trap. Honestly, like
it's like that movie Death Race.
Literally,
good movie.
That is a good movie. Yeah,
it was a pretty good movie. But yeah, Skeet Hansen, he's just upped the game now. Where other people that are trying to, well, no, there's this other one. Was it Dads Against Predators? DAP? Is that what I'm thinking about?
I think so.
Man, they beat the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, no, those are
they get hands on.
Those are so satisfactory. Like when they're like beat the shit out of them, it's like yeah.
Now here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, because the way the justice system is set up, here's what's going to end up happening. They're going to get charged with assault, and the predator that they're beating up, who's doing horrific things to kids, or is planning to, or is trying to attempt to, is going to get away with it. Yep. And then for whatever reason, they're going to get a settlement, and then they're going to get some money because they're going to sue. And then now the people that are trying to,
they got victimized are now like getting treated like the suspects and the perpetrators and all that shit.
Here's my thing: like police are like, oh, these vigilante predator groups, they need to stop doing this, blah blah blah, because then it ruins our evidence and tampers with it, and then we can't arrest them. Well, here's the thing: if you did your job diligently and the way it was supposed to, and then you were supposed to do this stuff to begin with, and they should be in jail by now, because every time you hear a predator say, "This is my first time," it's not your first time. This is probably your fucking 100th time.
Yeah,
it's always the first time when they get caught. Good comment there, Wheels. Good comment. Yeah, like UFC guy Cain Velasquez. Now, this guy had his son. This guy had touched his son in a very inappropriate way, and Cain Velasquez sought this guy out and killed him, and is now facing time.
Hey,
Cain Velasquez is now facing time for getting revenge on this guy who touched his son.
Shit, if I was the fucking clerk's off, if I was working at whatever clerk's office they were.
Was it his niece?
I would just throw his fucking, I would just throw the paper away. I was like, what do you mean? He didn't do anything wrong?
Let's take a look at this.
Oh, he took care of a predator? Okay, good. He didn't do anything wrong. I mean, like, shit. I mean, he did what every fucking good father should be. Oh, because he's... Honestly... If you're a fucking predator, you deserve to get killed or shot.
Was it his
I don't
niece?
give a shit what like those cops, because it's like, oh, so you cops are okay with predators and all those pedophiles getting away with shit. So, is it because your boss, your supervisors, your like all the political higher ups are exactly child predators and shit? Oh, right. But they can't do no harm because they're in power.
Says former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez was sentenced to 5 years in prison Monday, this article was released on March 24th, 2025. And it says he received credit for 1,283 days of time served, and he's been out of jail since November 2022. He was sentenced in Santa Clara County Court in San Jose, California. He had pleaded no contest to felony, attempted murder, assault, and weapons charges in August. It says it right here. The charges stemmed from an incident in which Velasquez chased after and repeatedly shot at the vehicle of a man accused of molesting his son. The man's father, who was with him in the vehicle, was shot and injured during the incident. So, Okay, it was his son. Okay, so because somebody had, yeah, okay. So basically, yeah, that's what happened. And can you blame the guy? Can you blame Cain Velasquez?
No,
No, you can't.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, he shot at the Pred, gets 5 years. And then the Pred shoots at children in a very inappropriate way, and they get nothing.
That's the justice system for you, man. Like, they're always favoring the fucking predators and fucking pedophiles and shit, but they won't fucking do anything. Oh, well, they're not doing it. Oh, shut. Like, I just want to tell any of those fucking judges and police officers, say, shut the fuck up. Like, oh, like, you know any better. Like, oh, so you're okay with this fucking predator touching your fucking kids. Oh, but it's okay for him to touch other people's kids and have them be victimized. Right.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, right? The guy didn't die, right? Let me get this straight. By the way, the wheel says that's even worse. Yeah, it makes sense on her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. No, he should have fucking died in that car crash.
So let me just fucking clarify this real quick. Cain Velasquez shoots at a predator who touched his son inappropriately, doesn't kill the guy, gets sentenced to prison. The police officer in Middletown, Ohio, doesn't even give this guy a chance to open the fucking door and blasts him 4 fucking times with his handgun, and it's justified.
Yep.
Can somebody please tell me, am I just fucking warped or is this fucking wrong? Can somebody tell me what's going on?
Dude, it's ass backwards. Like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. Like, it's just the system really favors anyone who is in the system, anyone who is an officer, who has a badge, who wears the uniform, who whatever. It doesn't matter what you fucking do as long as you have that entitlement of, I enforce the law and shit. They don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're just chasing the paycheck. Literally,
not everybody,
at the end of the day,
there's people out there that do. Look,
no. There are genuine good people out there, but I'm just saying for like people like that, like it's just like the system just favors people that are old because they're an officer and they've served the force and shit. Blah blah. They could get a little slap on the wrist if they kill someone, just with no hesitation. But if someone decides to do the job for us, killing a predator and all that shit, it's okay.
Well, here's my thing, like, dude, if cops were so, about putting predators away and shit, then
they shouldn't have plot armor.
Let's just think about this, though. Like, the people that were in Sam Nordquist's case, right? Like Kyle Sage, Patrick Goodwin, why were those fuckers out? Those guys were notorious for fucking around with minors. The dude fucking did something to his own family member who was a minor, like 9 years old. And he's out in public being able to do whatever he feels like. And you're upset because there's people out there that have had enough of this fucking horse shit, and they're out there scamming these predators into fucking going up to a location, and then they shame them and sometimes beat them, and then having the cops called on them. And then sometimes the cops do something, they arrest the person, and other times they're just like, well, you can't do anything, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? Here's the thing, dude. We need to start fucking holding these people accountable. Otherwise, you're going to see more people doing this shit, and it's going to get worse. You think kicking them in the mouth is bad? Just wait till someone comes up with a knife and starts stabbing these people. Mm-hmm. And it's going to happen because people are fed up, man. People are tired of people touching children.
Well, they're sick and tired of people, like, getting away with bullshit. And it's just like,
they are, man.
If they're not doing anything about it, it's like, oh, well, it's a domestic situation or it's a civil situation, whatever. We don't need to. No, that is your job. You are. Your job is to do your job. Your job is to stop predators. Your job is to stop junkies and all that shit. Your job is not to just, I'm here to pay, chase that paycheck and just get whatever speeding ticket. It's like, okay, but there's also, kids with 13, 17-year-olds that are getting away with like stealing cars and, all doing all this shit. And then it's like, they're just kids. Okay. What? Like, I didn't know I was like, when I could be like 16 years old and I could just steal whatever car I can as long as I know it's stealable.
Ultimately, this comes from the top. This comes from people in office. These are the elected officials' decisions that ultimately make these choices. And, we can sit there and talk about the cop side of things, but ultimately these are decisions made by people elected in office, like our lovely governor, and the people like the mayor and all that stuff that just sit there and go, yeah, crime is down. But here's the thing, like if crime's down, maybe to you because you have armed guards with you 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you're people like us who have no armed guards and are in the real world and we're actually witnessing these things in real time, I mean, dude, they don't even have to do that. They could just go on Instagram on what is it, Rock Wild or Rocket whatever the fucking Instagram page there.
Yeah.
All they gotta do is see that and go, yeah, there's something wrong here. But ultimately, they just don't care. As long as they have people vote for them and they get their fucking money in their bank accounts, that's all politicians give a shit about.
Yep.
And,
Literally.
And it's just like I said, shit rolls downhill. So we could be shitting on cops all day, but ultimately, you know, these are decisions.
It's always the lawmakers too.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely the lawmakers. If they actually said something or did something about this stuff, like again, like I know we talked about Sam in this case, but like, where did Kathy Hochul come into this? When did she come out and publicly state any type of speech on television about this horrific crime that happened in New York State that somebody had crossed state lines to get to, and then ultimately got unalived by 7 individuals who had no business being out in fucking public in society to begin with? They should have been behind bars years ago. Mm-hmm. Tell me why she doesn't even sit there and think to herself, this is an important matter and I should probably speak about this.
Because anyone who is among high, they don't give a shit. It's because they're protected. They got this plot armor on them that think, oh, nothing can affect me because I got money. Oh, I can do no wrong because I have power. That's the end goal. That's the end thing that comes down to. It's the fact that no one does anything about it.
Austin, you fell victim
to
a crime that pretty much was allowed by the policies in place made by our governor and her constituents.
Oh, because they're 13 and 17-year-olds and they're not old enough to go to jail. And okay, whatever happened to juvie, whatever happened to juvenile detention, or whatever happened to all that shit.
Well, I got some good news for you, Austin. Mm-hmm. Kathy Hochul, our lovely governor here, friend of the show, Kathy Hochul, governor of New York. Even though your car was stolen, there's going to be some good things happening here. You are going to be getting some money.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, you are. She's passed this thing now where New Yorkers are going to get some money. You are going to get a nice, big, fat, good old-fashioned check. Guess how much that's going to be?
Not much.
Just take a guess.
What, 5,000? 200? 100? 50 bucks?
A whopping $400.
$400, really?
It's going to help you buy eggs. It's going to help you buy.
Yeah, it's going to help me buy 1 case of fucking eggs.
It's going to help you afford rent. It's going to help you afford your bills for RG&E. It's going to help you, afford food on the table. This should last you quite a while, Austin, right? $400 is a pretty sizable amount of money in today's world, right?
I got the blue book value out of my fucking car, and I put that towards my fucking new car, and it's just like I literally dropped a lot of money on my new car.
Austin, I know it was a tough time. I know it was a tough time.
It was.
The crime was a tough time. You understand?
Yes.
And so Kathy felt bad. She heard this story. She goes, I feel very awful that my bail reform policies that my beautiful predecessor, Andrew Cuomo, and I came across and put in place. I felt bad about this one guy that lived in Rochester and had his car stolen. And I also feel bad that the economy's doing horribly. It's my fault, by the way, because I made all these things happen. I gave everyone high taxes and all, but it's okay. It's good. It's for the better and the good of the world. But I felt bad. And I know that there's this man that worked for the government named Austin Dash that had his car stolen Christmas time before Christmas, so he couldn't make it to the show that time. I am going to pass this thing for all of New York where they get $400. And Austin, this is all for you, buddy. It's all for you. How do you feel, man? Doesn't it feel good that she thought of you?
Thanks for the extra $400. That isn't going to stop them from doing what they're just going to keep doing what they're going to keep doing because they don't give two shits.
And then when she gets back in, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, she's going to get back in 2026 for another 4 years. And maybe by then, another TikTok viral video will come out and they'll be able to steal Subarus now. And then your car will be yet again stolen on Christmas.
At least it was after Christmas and before New Year's.
And then the next one will be $200 check. We have to kind of.
No, it'd be $50.
Yeah, you may be right. We won't have enough left over after all these $400 checks go to people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not gonna have enough left. We're one of the highest taxed fucking states, but we don't have enough. Okay, so we just have to do what we have to make do with what we got, and hopefully this $400 will be an apology gift for you for what happened to your beautiful Hyundai and your backpack that you used for rucking that you no longer have.
Yeah.
Which probably cost you a good chunk of change.
It was like a good $100.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it was a good $100, and then I had to buy. I had some weights to go in it too.
yeah,
So.
those are all gone. All gone. Wait, didn't you have that 25-pound plate?
Yep.
And it was in there?
Yep.
And they took they actually weren't lazy enough to take that bag?
Yep.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It must have been the Hulk.
They don't give two shits.
Wheels says more crime equals more money for the state. That's right.
Pretty much.
And less cars for us. I mean, this is as bad as that time, right? With the pizza. It's almost as bad as the time with the pizza.
Oh my God. Yeah, I remember that.
When that girl came over to our apartment and just stole our pizza.
Oh, God, don't remind me.
But I never got a $400 check for that though. So, I mean, look, Austin, you're getting $400. Kathy's gonna probably, she's probably gonna write a little note and specifically for you, saying, "I'm so sorry, my wonderful employee of this New York State government, and I'm gonna try to make sure that this never happens again."
Okay.
To you specifically, everyone else is gonna have their car stolen, not you though. You're gonna be what do you call it? Untouchable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Invincible.
Yes. You're gonna be that guy that nobody can touch.
Let's hope.
You're gonna be immune. That's the word I'm looking for.
Immune. Oh,
yes,
okay,
you're immune from stolen cars now, and you should feel better about it.
What's gonna happen to all these fucking like thieves and shit? It's like they try to touch my car and then they just get blasted.
Yeah, basically. But it's all right, Austin. The $400 will cover all the grief that you have suffered in the last few months, and yeah, you'll be able to afford eggs. Maybe one egg from one carton.
Yeah, right. One egg at least. Them fuckers aren't cheap, man.
Can you believe though? Like, let's get on a serious note. Can you believe that this woman had the audacity? Governor Kathy Hochul had the audacity to sit there and say that she couldn't afford eggs. Somebody who makes $1.48 million a year, combined with her husband, could not afford eggs.
It's like, what is your what does eggs cost you? Like what, $1 million for you?
Let's see.
Like that's some bullshit, honestly. Like,
let's see exactly what it said, because it was insanely it was just such a ass backward thing. Let me see if I can get this. So it says right here, Kathy Hochul gets scrambled for claiming she can't afford eggs for Easter event, although her husband raked in more than $1 million last year. Isn't that something? Just think about that for a moment. Isn't that something that you can't afford?
Well, yeah, because they're all like $7 each, aren't they?
It says Governor Kathy Hochul complained she couldn't afford eggs for an annual Easter event, even though she and her husband raked in more than $1 million last year. Tax return shows. Hochul shelled out the bizarre claim during an interview on Spectrum's Inside City Hall on Monday, which wasn't this Monday. It was before.
How many eggs did she needed?
Wow, that was a mistake.
I saw that. I was like, what the heck?
Heaven help anyone who's going to use real eggs on Easter, Hochul told this person. I have an Easter egg roll at the governor's residence, inviting kids from the neighborhood all over. I can't afford them. So basically, you're just slapping everyone in the mouth because you're just basically saying, yeah, fuck everyone that can't afford eggs that need to eat them, but I can't do it because I have this event going on.
That's some bullshit.
It's great. It's wonderful.
That's some bullshit.
It's one of my favorite things in the world is to hear Kathy Hochul cry about how she can't afford fucking eggs for an event. Not even to eat them, just for an event.
Gee, it's like the same thing with like Trump and shit like that. Man, or like any of the senators up there, like it's
beautiful.
Can't imagine what they'll say. Like, oh my gosh, these eggs are so expensive.
Well, you gotta understand.
I can't afford it.
You gotta understand. We're all feeling the squeeze, and she's feeling the squeeze too from her nip. when she goes and gets the pump so she can get the dusty old milk out of her teats because she can't afford the bread and the milk. She has to get one or the other, and she always chooses the bread.
Ain't that the truth?
She can't afford even the fucking eggs now, Austin. This is how bad of shape she's in. This is why when you see the road work that's happening right now on 490 East and even on the thruway, on I-90, you should probably, instead of going 55, you should probably go 100 miles per hour. So that way you get that ticket in the mail, and then she gets some beautiful egg money. If you go over the speed, like if you go past a work zone, 55 miles per hour, and you go 100, you're just raking up the bill for yourself, which you're doing a good thing. You're like donating to Kathy Hochul's egg fund. So the next time you see road work, just floor it. Floor it. In your mind, you should go, I need to speed. I need to floor it. 55, jack that bitch to 125, baby. I want to see the speedometer go so fucking haywire that it just can't handle. The car will start falling apart. That's how fast you're going on this,
Right.
on these road work scenarios. That way, you know in the back of your head, yeah, maybe I'll get a ticket. I might even crash and die, but at least Kathy Hochul will get something from this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so next time you see road work, just know that when you speed through those work zones, you're making sure that Kathy Hochul can afford eggs that night.
Right.
It's always a good thing, man. It's always good to be given. It's better to reciprocate, right? It's better to give than to receive. And Kathy Hochul knows all about receiving. Orally,
Right.
anally. Eric says, get pulled over. Officer, I'm supporting the egg fund. Now, think of it, Austin. Think of it. You're in your new Subaru, right? And you're going on I-90. And there's these hardworking men on the side of the road trying to fix a road so you can drive and not damage your hubcaps and your wheels and your rims. That way the holes in the road won't give your car a rim job. And you see these hardworking men eating sandwiches while one guy's doing all the work. And, you see the signs, road work zone ahead, 55 miles per hour only. And there's like the camera signs that say, camera, what do you call it? Enforcement.
Right.
At which point you go, no, I could do the speed limit. I could be nice and do the speed limit, but I want to be even nicer.
Right.
And I might just fucking say, fuck it. Pedal to the metal, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Even hit a couple guys on the way out. You might even run over a couple of 250-pound men working on, the hard hats will be fine. They'll survive it. The hard hats are there to protect their heads.
Right.
But then you get pulled over. At which now the officer's walking up to your door. License and registration, sir. What do you say?
What did I do, sir? What did I do wrong? What did I do to break the limit, sir?
Sir, do you know how fast you were going that night?
No. I mean, I was looking at the speed limit, or I was looking at the speedometer.
Yeah, well, what do you think the speed was?
55.
You were going about 100.
Fuck!
So, Miss Hochul is very thankful for you to just give me your money now. I'm not even going to write you a ticket. I need the money now, so I can just directly hand this to her.
Mm-hmm.
So please pay up right now, $1,000. Come on,
Okay.
give me $1,000.
Here you go.
All right. And what's that on your passenger seat? Is that a phone or is that a gun? Up dead.
Yeah.
And then it was a justified shooting. Austin
Right.
Dash will have a memorial somewhere in Rochester, New York. And Kathy Hochul will be $1,000 richer. And Austin Dash will have been known as the guy who was about to shoot a police officer with his cell phone. And that's the reality that we live in, Austin. That's the world we live in. How do you feel about that?
It's fucked up. It is what it is, man. I mean, that's the world we live in, man.
Eric says, that's like a get out of jail free card. It's
Pretty much.
foolproof.
Pretty much.
Now, here's a good one to get onto a different subject before we close out the show. You're a gamer, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
You're a huge gamer. I mean, I would say you're probably one of the biggest retro gamers I've ever seen. Do you like newer games?
Oh, yeah. No, I do.
Yeah, what kind of games do you like?
I mean, I haven't actually played any of the newer games, but like I've heard Repo's really good. I've heard Baldur's Gate is really good. There's some newer games I've been kind of wanting to get into. It's just I haven't found my niche, I guess. I haven't found like some really good ones, I guess. It is what it's always hard to find like some newer games and just like whatever's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, how much are games now? What are they like?
Oh, they're like $60 to like $80 now, from what I've heard.
Well, now you've actually hit it on the head. It was $60. Then in the last recent few years, it went to $69.99.
Yeah, it went to
now.
70. Now it's like $80. I heard.
Wheels of Life says an Xbox pumping up their games to $80. The system itself is $600.
Yep.
4 years after release. Isn't that good?
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
Isn't that good? I think it's good. They're working so hard and diligently to make you such beautiful video games that, they deserve a little pat on the back, a little extra, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is where they should be like, hey, look, Austin, you want to play our video game? $120,000.
Yeah, nah.
Per copy.
Yeah, nah.
This is where you need to be.
I'd rather get it that's why I don't get it when it comes out.
Oh, it's coming out. So here's my thing. With physical copies and digital copies, which I guess you could say publishers have already stated that digital copies are nothing more than a license agreement. You're not even purchasing the game. You don't even own it. You're just basically leasing a license agreement to play the game, which to me, that's a farce, right?
Right.
So with software, with these digital copies being $80, do you think that's fair? Because think about it. Like, if you have a physical copy, yeah, sure. You have a physical copy, which is going to cost you money for the materials. Then you're going to ship it out. Places like GameStop are going to sell it. They're going to take a hit of that margin and all that stuff, But with a digital copy, you don't have to pay for materials. You don't have to pay for any of that stuff. Now, granted, you're going to pay to produce the game. You're going to make the game. But now you have it on Steam. You can just download it, or Xbox, wherever. Sure. Xbox, Microsoft, and Steam and all that, they're going to take a cut from those digital copies. But I don't think it's going to cost you as much to sell it digitally than it is going to be physically. So, Austin, it is now going to be $80 plus tax. Now, that's going to be probably, $90-something in total here in New York State? I think that's about right.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be almost impossible to get started to be a gamer now, Austin. Those new games that are coming out, you might not even be able to afford them anymore.
Damn.
Grand Theft Auto 6 got pushed back to...
I heard it got pushed back to next year.
May 2026. Yeah. By then, games are going to be about $520 a piece, right? With inflation and tariffs and all that coming down, breathing down your neck, Austin, this is where we're going to be.
That's fucking ridiculous, honestly.
Don't you feel good about it?
No.
Yeah. This is where we are. This is where we're coming. We're coming to. Nintendo Switch 2 pumping up to $90 for physical games. We are cooked. The Wheels of Life said, you like Switch, don't you? You like the Switch?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of getting the second Switch.
Yeah? You buying one online right now?
Nah, I'm not gonna buy one online.
Well, you might want to, because it's $90 for physical copies.
Really?
It's going to be. They're trying to push for it. Eric says $69.99, but if you pre-order for the Ultimate Edition for only $110, we will throw in some purely cosmetic DLC. And then the Wheel says, yeah, Eric, plus tax, plus gas money. Yeah, of course.
True.
So being a gamer in today's world, yeah, you better be a millionaire, because you're not going to be able to afford it if you're not. At this point, you're better off to just say, fuck it, and sell yourself out there for, some OnlyFans action, Austin.
Pretty much.
I mean, this is where we are, And as a society, we're going to blame it on everything. We're going to blame it on inflation. We might even blame it on the tariffs, which that's a whole different conversation we can have at another time. But ultimately, man, I don't know. Video games are becoming way too expensive.
They are, and that, I don't know if that's just because of inflation or that's just because of...
It's just greed, man.
It is.
At this point, microtransactions, Ubers, all these different production companies and all that. You see it all the time with these microtransactions. Like, dude, we got to figure this out, but they're not going to figure that out. What they're going to do is just rip you off, and you're gonna buy the games mindlessly, and They're going to make a lot of money. In Austin, you're going to be broke.
You wonder why a lot of people's like they like indie games, and a lot of people like go on like Steam and play like indie like old school games and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I can't wait to the day where games are going to be so expensive that only the elites are able to buy them.
literally, it's gonna be like $1 million for one video game.
Yeah, like you think kids now watching
It's
these
gonna be $5,000 to get one egg.
Well, even Kathy Hochul at making $1.48 million a year is having a hard time. So somebody who's making a regular wage, think about that. You won't. It's either going to be the video games that you're going to eat, and you're going to always choose the food, right? Taco
Right.
Bell.
Quiero Taco Bell.
Quiero, yeah, yo quiero Taco Bell, and then you're going to buy a cheesy gordita crunch for probably $580.99. Which could you imagine?
Yeah, nah, I can't.
It's coming. It's coming. The almighty dollar has fallen. The worth of the dollar gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And this is the way the life is going to be. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking awesome. Can't wait, man.
Can we just go back to where things was? Like, can we just like
the 90s?
Yeah, literally.
No, can't do it. Won't happen.
Damn it, I miss my fucking Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, I do too. But we can't do that now. We got to go forward.
I miss my Nickelodeons, man. I miss my Cartoon Network.
I miss my Dan Schneider shows. I miss my Drake and Josh and iCarly's. Don't you miss those?
Those shows were awesome.
They were awesome. Yeah.
And what's his face? Jerry
Trainer.
Yeah, dude's a fucking legend. Like, I fucking love him. Apparently dude was a hero, man. Like, he literally like protected those kids, and I was like, my man, that's my boy. I fucking loved like Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking love Crazy Steve. Crazy Steve was my favorite, honestly. Like, Rudy dude, I'm going for you. Get the fucking shoes.
And now we live in a world that doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
Nope. Sadly not.
No cartoons.
Dude, Nickelodeon is not where it used to be. And I don't know if it's because of the bad publicity or if it just
Cartoon Network is dead, dude.
What?
It literally is dead. Like, no. Like,
Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
No, Cartoon Network.
What happened with them?
They got bought out, I believe. Like, they weren't making enough like cartoons, so I believe they got bought out by like Disney, I think.
Oh god, not the Disney.
Yeah. Dude, Disney is becoming a fucking octopus, man.
Yeah.
It literally is a fucking octopus of oh god, it's like that political cartoon. I remember like learning about as a kid or as a teenager in high school. Like, remember like how like UK was becoming more of a the whole industrial era, whatever, like the whole steamboat and shit. Yeah, dude, freaking like UK was becoming like an oligarchy. That's exactly what this is becoming. Disney is literally a fucking octopus and just grabbing everything it can within arm's length.
Like the octopus that Eric Andre dressed as and went around town and inside the restaurant and shit.
Yeah.
That's how they are. That's how it looks.
Oh,
like.
absolutely.
The purple shit. Yeah, that's my favorite. It's the only kind of octopi I want to see. Only kind of octopus that you want to witness and experience.
God.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's all right. That's how we live our lives. Well, Austin, we're almost 2 hours in. We ran a little late today.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting tired.
yeah, I can tell. And I am too, to be honest with you. I have to be up again early in the morning. So it's,
You got work?
Yeah. I was at work today. I'm going to be at work tomorrow.
Ew.
And I know originally we were supposed to go to Frost Fest today.
Yeah, we were supposed to. I forgot. Yeah, we were supposed to go today, and we didn't.
Well, I told Adam, I was like, dude, I have to work. You know, it's from early morning to mid afternoon, which, you know, it happens. And
Gotta love those weekend shifts.
yeah, it's all right, man. We get through them. I'm a little worn out. Just not even from that, but just in general.
Dude, I've been also worn out too. I feel that too. Like I've been pulling some overtime at work, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm becoming like, and I need to like stretch more because my neck and my shoulder and my back's killing me.
Back.
Yeah.
My scrotum and my sack.
Scrotum and my sack.
It's all the same, Austin.
Oh, absolutely.
It's all the same.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's okay. We understand. Eric says, all good people, good conversation. Thank you, Eric. You're all good people out there too. If you weren't, well, you wouldn't be watching the show. So we all have faith in you. Trust me, we have faith. Now, I know we say it a lot and we might say it again, but thank you very much for joining us on this journey. Also, whatever you want us to talk about or elaborate on more, or any ideas you want to see on this show, always shoot them our way. You can slide into our DMs. No loop attached on that one. You can just slide right in. Or you can email the show, the M-Balm Effect at gmail.com. Or you can just comment down below on the comments. Let us know what you want to see more of, because, you know, like I said, we have a lot of things going on, and I'm excited for this episode that's coming out Friday, which is May 9th. It's coming out, episode 235. One recorded with Jeff Pierce of Nexus Tattoo. Go check him out, by the way. He's got great art. He's been around for a while, man. He's always, actually, he's the one that when he came here a few years ago brought this as a gift. He made this. Look at this right here.
Oh,
he gave us the finger, Austin.
oh my God.
He gave us the finger. And Jeff Pierce made this. He made this, brought it as a gift when he came here to be a guest the first time around on the show. So he's been around and doing some awesome things. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that. I might even have a little taint tickler, Austin, for this episode. I might even release a little teaser. You know what I'm saying? So, but always go to the mbalmeffect.com. You can get all your gear there if you want to shop TME gear, which Austin's wearing a piece right now.
Yep.
Actually, he's got a couple of things on.
Yep.
He's got
and I got the
he's got the beanie. That's right. You got the beanie and the Rated M t-shirts. You can always grab those. Represent the show. I'm sorry. Support the show. Represent the dirty. And yeah, we have some more stuff possibly coming. I don't know yet.
New stuff?
We may. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, you can go to the show, do that, or go to the website, and all that good stuff. Don't forget, you can go to Facebook, like, share, follow, and most importantly, go to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That actually helps us grow in many ways in one. Sometimes it helps us grow in our pants. Sometimes it helps us grow with the rest of the show. But Austin, you know, you got to say, right? You got to say thank you to all our lovely people out there.
Yes. Thank you to everyone here, and thank you for anyone who has been watching us for as long as we've been doing this show and supporting us, you know, representing us.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. We wouldn't be this show if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you.
100%. I know this is our first week back in a while. I know we might seem like we're not too energetic. We're a little tired, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Plus, we're working with new systems in place.
Yeah. Work
So-
will do that to you.
Oh God, dude, people don't understand. Like, this is a job in itself. Like, but I enjoy doing it. I enjoy hanging out here talking shit with you. It's fun. It's a
Oh,
fun time.
absolutely. And like one-on-one conversations are always fun.
Yeah. Next time when we're on, we might have some of our other friends on with us.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, until then, go to the mbalmeffect.com. Go to our YouTube channel, please. It's very appreciated. And we will probably see you live next weekend on the M-Balm Effect, which will be May 10th. God, already. Jeez,
Yeah.
May 10th already. Well,
Time flies, man.
time flies when you're having fun. But, all right, we got to go, and we will see you live next time on the M-Balm Effect. This
Love you
is the
guys.
M-Balm Effect. Bye.
Well, there goes the neighborhood. It's a good thing no one got seriously hurt.
Oh my God!
Whoops, spoke too soon. Don't get too wrecked. See you on the next one.
The M-Balm Effect.